Hello, Kentucky. Today is October 8th, 2025, 11:05 p.m. Eastern Time. The title of the live is Henri Christophe, Rest in P. Rest in P. You know, my computer's getting repaired, and if I see that there's an issue with my computer tomorrow I'm supposed to find out what's going on. Then I just get another computer. But pretty much tomorrow I'll find out what's really going on. Um, but I told myself, yeah, you know what? Just go live, even if it's for an hour, talking about history, things that you're naturally inclined to, you naturally just have a love for. And I love civics, history, social studies, all that. You guys know this. I've been doing this for like 5 years. And it's time for me to take it a little more serious and be more consistent. Shout out to MXC in the building. Henry Christophe. Um, Today was the day that he passed away. Very interesting, right? Because Henry Christophe was born on October the 6th and passed away on October the 8th. That's crazy. And you know what my birthday? My birthday, yeah, yeah, he did. He did. He offed himself with the pum pum. He was going through a lot of turmoil. So people celebrate him, but he was a coward at the end. Henry Christophe was a coward at the end. That is his legacy. Okay? Shout out to the 7 people in the building. The interesting is, the interesting thing is, he was born October 6th, then passed away October 8th. And I was born October 7th. That's remarkable. That's remarkable. Yeah, guys, man, listen, I would be more consistent, but you know what's been messing me up with doing these lives and everything? It's been the scheduling, more organization. If I'm more organized, I could be more consistent. And I have a pattern. I got a system, a structure, and yeah, I need structure. With structure, I operate better. And like I said, even if I'm just gonna go live for an hour, that's good enough. Irby was shaking. Even if I'm alive, even if I'm live for an hour, that's good enough. So I can learn and inform you guys every day. Consistently. 45 minutes to an hour. That's all I need. Um, but yeah, we big Dominican over here, right? So we're gonna do the usual, right? We're gonna do the usual, and we're gonna play the anthem over here. You know what I'm saying? Because it's Henry Christophe's death day. We smoking a Henry Christophe pack. Rest in piss, nigga. So we gotta play the Dominican anthem over here. Cause I think people, like at least 5 people on Facebook deleted me or unfollowed me, unfriended me when they saw that I said rest in peace, this black man who was in a prestigious role, who played a royalty, the only king of Haiti ever, self-proclaimed. So you have to remember that because he was following British, the Anglo-Saxon tradition. Okay, remember that. Always remember that. So when I posted, I'm a Dominican man going against black people. That looks crazy, shameful. But they don't do their due diligence. They don't go and research and look for history and facts. Because not only does Dominican history speak the facts about this situation and this man, also Haitian history will speak the truth and tell you who these people were. Right after the rebellion, revolution, when they gained their independence, they didn't just chill out. They went on a spiritual war. They kept going and going and going. It's like when a wild animal is on the loose and they already tore up a few some prey. They're gonna keep going off of that momentum. Okay, momentum, workflow. Shout out to the people in the building. Let me play the Dominican anthem of this channel, at least, right? Shout out to the people in the hit the like button, share this live, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, wherever the hell you at, YouTube. Share this live, text it to your people. We're gonna talk for a little bit. You know, if anything, I let people up on the panel. But shout out to y'all for being here. Let me play the Dominican anthem, man. I got to, especially today. We speaking about Haitians. But they gonna say, oh, Fighter, you hate Haitians and all that. Nah, nigga. I'm just speaking the truth. You heard?
Tú estás vivo pa' contarlo, pa' contarlo, pa' contarlo. Di que un malo, di que un malo, di que un malo, di que un malo. Tú estás vivo pa' contarlo, pa' contarlo, pa' contarlo. Di que un malo, di que un malo, di que un malo, di que un malo. Cogiendo luchas con los cotumos en los callejones, capeando los hitas, los cigarros y los peñones. Menores de vaqueo arriba de las construcciones, esperando las misiones. Loco que tú no menciones, los bolsillos llenos de huevos repletos de municiones. Se van a tirar la gente, ya llamaron, se supone. Corre lo que tú quieres, no acuto, no lo abandones, pa' que no vengan con cotorras que se soltaron los condones. Di que un malo, 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 di que un malo. Está vivo pa' contarlo, pa' contarlo, pa' contarlo. Un malo, dice un malo, dice un malo, dice un malo. Está vivo pa' contarlo, pa' contarlo, pa' contarlo. Un malo, dice un malo, dice un malo. Es que toditos son contrarios, con su careta puesta falta de grano. Por eso vamos a tener que cacharlo. No pasan de las 5 y 6, 7, porque ellos saben muy bien que de aquí para allá no pasan vivo en si me lo contienen el lindraje. Bueno, quiero verte trancado en la oreva la loca, no te me eches para atrás. La menor con una gilet entre la teta y si te moviste mucho diablo sales rajado. El cilindraje. Bueno, quiero verte trancado en la oreva la loca, no te me eches para atrás. La menor con una gilet entre la teta y si te moviste mucho diablo sales rajado. Di que un malo, 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 di que un malo. Pero pasa la Montesino, di que son malos. G, Darling Night, la bola blanca, el que tumba la negra. Yao, la Mesía, 41612. Adobe, el de la mano nerviosa. Zero Fire Record, la vaquita, Medina Record. Si no pregunta a Manuelcita, a ver si son de Tola. El vecino RD, bloque 6, bloque 1007, bloque Heru, una sola red. JB Swagger, Megadivo, el Tenchi en la volanta, Frago In.
Damn, homie, in high school, yo, oh man, we see the Haitians in the building already. Listen, let me tell you something. To all my Zoes, I have no, I don't really, I don't hate Haitians, man. Like I have great friends that are Haitian that really rocked with me, that rock with me to this day. I dated, my longest relationship was with a Haitian girl. She was part Dominican, but still Haitian, you know what I'm saying? Predominantly. Um, yeah, just a disclaimer. Just a disclaimer. But now we have to speak on truth and history. Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad. Be mad at the facts. Be mad at your people. When Henry Christophe, because of Henry Christophe, Haiti ended up being united. You know, Haiti was divided. Once once they were independent, they were divided. You know that, right? Do y'all know that Haiti was divided? Interesting, right? Okay. Oh, black people on all accord. They're on accord. No, they were beefing with each other, slaughtering each other because they were in disagreement. You heard? They were in disagreement. Shut up. Henry Christophe was the only king of Haiti, and where you think he got that structure, that political structure from? The British, the white folk. You know what I'm saying? The white folk. Remember that. His schooling style, he had a lot of influence from London. Was that Lancasterian? At first, I thought Lancasterian. When I was reading up on it and everything, Lancasterian, like Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Nah, 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 nah. He had English abolitionists in their schooling style, their political structure. He emulated that. That's why he was the only king of Haiti. In 1805, he went to DR. What is that? The siege of Santo Domingo in 1805. And they failed. And you know what they failed? What wasn't the massacre of Mocha when they were all up in the Cibao, the heart of Dominican Republic, the middle region? They decapitated 40 children in a Catholic church, slaughtered thousands of Dominicans, black, white, and mulatto. Black, white, and mulatto. And then they took children and women back to Haiti. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. Let's talk facts. And I'll drop the link because I'm not scared to talk. I'm not scared to speak the truth. Notorious MXC says Haitians are eliminating each other today. France. What you mean by France? What you mean by that? Yo, listen. See, yo, this got nothing to do with the topic. Yo, we could talk about that. But Dominicans are not the number one group receiving welfare in America. No, that's incorrect. And I could check you on that because I've spoken about that, but that's incorrect, sir. That's incorrect, sir. Yo, that's super incorrect, sir. And I could clarify it. I could drop the link and you could hop on if you want. I don't even know how you found my channel. I already lost at least 5 friends on Facebook because they don't know the truth. They don't know history, bro. People don't know history. Shout out to Rick. Rick says, "This is what I don't get. These Haitians never invest in their own country. I just seen how there is a Haitian enter. Sorry, I just seen how there's a Haitian entrepreneur that is building a bunch of resorts in Punta Cana, but not for Haiti. There's a great point. And Rick, Haiti has beautiful places, though. But it's already privately owned. They have beaches that are privately owned. It's crazy, man. I want to go to Haiti one day, man. I can't. Yo, listen. Last time I was in DR, the day I landed, the Haitian president was assassinated. That's why my sister and my family was like, "Oh, nah, don't go to Haiti. It's crazy right now. I mean, it's chaos right now." That was what, back in 2021. That's the last time I went to DR. I want to go to Haiti. I'm a journalist, man. Journalist, photographer. It all coincides. So this is what I want to tell you, right? I know I'm defending my Dominicans. Don't That doesn't mean I'm anti-Haitian. Okay, always remember that. But I won't refrain from speaking the truth. That's one thing I'm not gonna do. Okay, so Harim says one thing is Haitian need to take care of their own people so they don't have to deal with them. Yo, this is let me tell you something. Harim, what's good, de lo mío? I tell I tell people all the time, the best hope that Haiti has to survive is Haitian Americans or Haitians that live in the US to give back and fight back, to go there and support. The Haitians Americans, that's the best chance Haiti has, for Haitian Americans that actually care to unite and put in the work. That's it. I don't know how else to explain it. Because Haitian Americans, I know too many Haitian Americans who are educated, who are getting money, making moves, they're prospering in the US. Yo, go back to your go go back to your country, man, and really help out. And that's something too that I tell myself, a fighter, you're from a third world country that is developing, but you got to rep for your country, right? You can't be super ultra individualistic, because I lived out there. I know what it feel like. I know the advantages I have here. It's just a better system, more opportunity. So I was on Facebook, and this gal, I posted because today was Henry Christophe's death day. smoking Henri Christophe pack, the nigga that went to Dior and tried to invade and killed innocent Dominicans. See, this is a part of history y'all don't know. Anyways, nigga, he was a top general for Dessalines. He was a lieutenant. The guy that offed himself, unalived himself. He had suffered a stroke, but then he had turmoil back in his other side of the island. So he couldn't take the stress and he offed himself with the Dillinger. You heard? And the crazy thing is, he's not even really like Haitian. He part Grenadian. I forgot if it was his mom or his dad. He's partly from Grenada, another island. So that's wait, in Grenada they speak patois English. That's probably why he got his British influence. Somebody look that up for me. Grenada, they speak English, right? Broken down English, broken English, patois. Am I tripping? Shout out to the 12 people in the building. Yo, if anyone wants the link, let me know. I'm saying, no one is forced, but if you would like to support the channel, there's my cash app right there. COCOLOS 7. Cocolos 7. $ Cocolos 7. I mean, if you feeling generous, you know what to do. Sock it to my pocket. Let me see these chats. Creole English, right? Okay. Creole English. Hmm. Shelby says, fighter, the IQ of Haitians is below average. See, I'm not, listen, Shelby, I'm not trying to shit on Haitians. See, this is you saying this. Shelby, I don't know what's your background. Shelby, aren't you FBA, Black American? I'm not, I don't know that. I don't know that. You saying this, and then if people hear that, they're gonna think, oh, this nigga calling the Haitians dumb. I'm not trying to do that. Okay, so Cold Leo says Dominicans have half the population of Haitians in the island. How can DR possibly take care of all those people? It's unrealistic. Yeah, but humans don't want to understand. They oh, y'all on the same island, y'all the same people. Not really, because they what they don't realize is DR is more of a mulatto country. It's a mulatto country versus Haiti is homogenous. And people get offended. Oh, that's colorism or divide and conquer. Nah, I'm just speaking the truth, right? Just speaking the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like Haiti. All right, so let's put it like this, right? Haiti is more like Kendrick Lamar, and then DR is more like Drake. Damn, I ain't want to put it like that, but I mean, 'cause I feel like the average Dominic, yeah, like yeah, you could say that. Yeah, DR is more like Drake. Haiti's more like Kendrick Lamar. They both got black in them, but one group has way more. That's what homogenous means. Like Japan is one of the most homogenous countries in the world, and they're prospering. What after that? What North Korea? King Yoon and all them, you know, they're secluded. Yeah, we could have used a living light skin. You right. We could have used like Kendrick Lamar versus Chris Brown. You heard? That's a better comparison. Kendrick Lamar versus Chris Brown. If anyone wants the link, I'll drop it. But I'm speaking facts. I haven't said a lie yet. I haven't said a lie yet. This is what Henry Christophe be. Oh, this is a kingdom. I'm a king. The Lancasterian school style. All from the Anglos, the abolitionists he used to rock with. Because he's from Grenada. And the patriarchy there was the Anglos. The Wasp and them. Leo says we won all the battle against Haiti. It's more like Drake versus Meek Mills. Yeah, but I don't really like Drake. Like niggas said, I don't really like Drake. Like how they said, use a different light skin. I like who Chris Brown won the war with. Matter of fact, oh that's funny. Chris Brown won the war with Drake one time. They were beefing. I think I was locked up for that. That was like 2012. Oh, wait, I'll be sure. Wait a minute. I'll be sure was beefing with Wesley Snipes, or that's just a comparison people make. Did they fuck the same chick aside, or that's just a comparison people make because one is an extreme form, like they're both polarizing. Chris Brown, oh yeah, but Chris Brown is goaded more than Offset. Shelby Hawkins says the problem with Haiti is the lack of capitalism and a commitment to scientific values. Fighter, yo, Shelby, I would love you to expound on that. You know, I will drop the link, Shelby, because I like what you just said there. I really like what you said there. I dropped the link. Yeah, I get that. Come on, Rick. I caught the comparison, but people always do that comparison. Oh, I'll be sure the light skinned black dude and Wesley Snipes the black is the black. So, but yeah, listen. I was on Facebook. I shared a post that it was speaking about today. Henry Kershaw of ooh ah, and this Haitian girl said, "Oh, you so obsessed with Haitians?" I'm like, "No, what are you talking about? You're obsessed with me." She's like, "What's your beef with Henry Christophe? You just mad because DR is not historically remembered like Henry Christophe?" And I was confused by that because that's incorrect. Because we have a figure that was similar to Henry Christophe, but just in the opposite form. His name was Rafael Trujillo. Trujillo essentially was a king of Dominican Republic. 40s, 50s. This cat had, he named the capital after himself. He had money, like the money had his face on it. And, he was bullying, he was a dictator from a military background. But you can also say he improved the culture in DR as far as more being more organized, making more money. So Trujillo, did he cause havoc and chaos? Yes, ruling with an iron fist. But on the other side, on the flip, he propelled Dominican Republic due to his organization. You know, I've read his book. It was a biography on him, and the main reason when he was a young lad and he was making his ranks through the military, the reason why he rose up quickly was because of his organization. Cleanliness is the closest thing to godliness, man. Cause that means you on your job, on your deen. That's why the Muslims, they take cleanliness very important. So then, when I was discussing with this young Haitian lady, I assume right she has to be Haitian because she always defending them. She said, I'm obsessed with Haitians. Henry Christophe will be remembered in history and spoken about by a lot of people. And DR will never. I'm like, well, DR never. What you mean, DR? The new introduction, the introduction to the new world, the first civilization, the first university, first holistic hospital, the first black slave rebellion, the only flag in the world with the Bible on it. Come on, son. We have we had the first black people of the Americas in a large sum. She's trying to tell me, oh, DR ain't remembered like that. Okay. So and then we started dissecting that, unpacking it. And she mentioned how, oh, Henry Christophe is remembered and he's spoken about in history. He made uh, a lot of change. He's a turning point. Really? Well, there's a Dominican person who's way more popular than him. His name is Rafael Trujillo. Way more popular than Henry Christophe. Trujillo had a longer reign. Trujillo was more in modern times, and he did way more for the country. So this is the thing that bothers me when I have these conversations, any conversation on any topic, and then people want to go back and forth and play ping pong, psychological ping pong, but they haven't done 5 minutes of research and writing things down. So if Haitian thinks Henry Christophe was a hero, he was such a hero that 10 days after he was deleted, his son was deleted. Jacques Fidor Henry. 10 days later, his son was deleted. Stop playing with me. I know what I'm talking about, man. You been to Barcelona? Damn, I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm jealous. I want to go there. I definitely want to go there. Intro Valley, shout out to you. Are you new here? Are you subscribe? And Trovelli says Spain is better off than any country in the whole South America. Y'all need Spain. Well, sir, we are not. Dominican Republic is not South America. Damn, these niggas be stupid. They be trying to play niggas. They try to play niggas. Yeah, why would he? Sugar Bum, what African American was ever a king? Damn. What African American was ever a king? Sugar Bum. See, I didn't want to take it there, but then I feel like you coming at my people. I told Reek, I've been saying that. The original FBA's Dominicans. That's gonna be one of my lives coming up. This nigga, do you think DR should reunite? I don't know. You said that in Spanish with Spain or stay independent. Stay independent, you dummy. Why would we? Why would you? Nah. We good, dog. Yeah, Trujillo was basically a king. He was yeah, okay. So Henry Christophe was a king by name, by title, self-purported. Trujillo was more of a king. Trujillo was more of a king, bro. He had his face on the money. S- Cities named after him. Stop playing. He improved Dominican Republic's economy. DR is only known for sex tourism, according to YouTube. Sugar Bump, you from DC. Trump had to go over there and clean that shit up. Stop playing with me. Trump had to go over there. Rick, the only king African Americans have was Martin Luther King is crazy. And I'm not trying to beef, bro. I'm not trying to do that. Cause I rock with blacks Americans, you heard. I rocks with y'all. I love jazz and hip hop. Let's fucking go. Let's go. I don't want to beef with black Americans. I rock with you all day. All day. Yo, does my link work? The link I dropped, does it work? I mean, I want you to tell me where I lied. Right. Sosua is no right, bro. And Sosua is a city. So that it's not even Sosua in totality. It's a strip. It's a strip. No, it's not. Yo, DR wasn't known for that. DR is known for baseball players. It became known for that because of you, black Americans, bro. Thirsty niggas, bro. You got 1,000 niggas smashing the same 100 chicks, 50 chicks, 10,000 niggas, yo. Stupid as hell. In America, prostitution happens more often, but it's socially accepted. What what do you think Vegas is about? What do you think Vegas is about? And Chavelli says Dominicans originally were mostly white. They only became darker because of Haitians. That's incorrect. That's incorrect. Yo, see what I'm saying? Motherfucker just be talking, boy. Just be talking, boy. Talking because they got a mouth. That's what I hate too. Yeah, they go to the tourist spot where it got all the drugs, alcohol, mad Haitians there, and mad prostitution. Yeah, you go to the tourist spot. Anywhere where you go that's a tourist, you're gonna see that. You go to New York, you go to Miami, you go to Vegas. Bro, you've been to Vegas? Bro, I've never been to a place in the United States like Vegas, man. Vegas, Nevada, Las Vegas, for the prostitutes. The whole city, bro. I'm not even gonna say the city. The whole West Coast is that pimp culture. I don't know if Dominicans have more white blood than Puerto Ricans. I know we're blacker than Puerto Ricans. Intro Valley. I know that. I know we're the black is Hispanics. I know that. Yeah, yo. w- When I was in a resort in Dior, there were as many Dominicans as there were Haitians and Venezuelans. There were as many Dominicans as there was Haitians and Venezuelans. Motherfuckers talk about St. Louis, Figueroa over there in LA. Let's talk about what's that shit over there? There's a strip, I think, like in Washington State or Oregon, fully prostitution, bro. Let's not do that. 200 years ago, bro. You want to go back to the early 1800s, bro? You want to talk about 200 years ago? Intravelli? Like, come on, dog. You wasn't even alive, nigga. Your mama wasn't alive. Your grandparents weren't alive. Your great grandparents weren't alive. You wanna go, bro? Spain, bro. I know Venezuelans that left Venezuela, went to Spain, and left Spain and came to New York. Right, go back to Spain is crazy, nigga. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, that shit was funny as fuck. Go back to Spain is crazy. I'm gonna use that one. Go back to Spain. Wow, that was powerful. Henri Christophe Pack. You know what's crazy? My cousin' birthday. I gotta call her. Um, my cousin' birthday today. I gotta call her. Yeah, yeah, yo. I remember I was on a live with these little, with these kids. It was one of these apps where you could like live chat with random people. Yo, and kids from Spain, like the real Spanish kids, they love Dominican music. We're the most influential right now. We the most influential Dominican. But yo, listen, man. Yeah, yeah, yup. They speak German out there. My brother, my cousin, and both my cousins and my aunt, they lived in Sweden for a while because my aunt was married to this Swedish guy. So they went to school out there and all that. My cousins and shit, you know what I mean? Yeah, my cousin used to live out there. Spanish girls love Dominican niggas. I gotta go to Spain, dog. FBA. Shout out to the FBA. Ain't no hate. It's no hate. Copy. Yo, sugar bum. You made it a hot line. I made it a hot song. You heard? Yep. FBA does copyright. Come on. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. Everybody copy everything. But listen, I've been here 46 minutes. I'm tired. It's almost midnight, so I'm just waiting to get my Apple computer back. My little Mac product. Let's see if this African could fix it. That way I could, really do my lives in its totality with the graphics and the videos. Be more interactive with you guys. So I could play my music, song requests. Because right now I'm going live off my phone. So for now, that's what I'm gonna be doing. But if this African guy tomorrow, if he can't find a remedy for me, then I'm just gonna have to buy another computer. And it is what it is. So right, MXC, right. That's what people don't know. We defeated the Haitians. They kept coming back. We kept defeating them. And then in 1865, it was the Restoration War when DR went, the Dominican people fought against Spain. Said, nah, we don't want to be with y'all. We have different morals and principles and ideas. We kicked Spain's ass, and niggas don't want to talk about that. They never want to talk about that. That we want to be our own shit. Why don't they never talk about that? I just like Mac, bro. I just like Mac. I like Mac. It's just I just like Mac. Nah, nah. Spain wanted to do something else, dog. Yo, in Trovelli, you can't get mad because Dominican said, "Yo, we good over here. We want to do our own thing," and we fought and kicked niggas. We kicked your ass, and y'all ain't put no tariffs on us, no liens, no debt. We kicked y'all out. You said, "Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here." Where y'all mad? Sugar bum. DC is a third world country within America. Shut up. Listen, man, it's too late. I'm not gonna be arguing with y'all. Y'all wanna hate on Dominicans. Yo, okay, Sugar bum. You wearing a Henry Christophe shirt? Did you go to work today? Was today a holiday? Stupid. But listen, man. Nah, it's been an hour, yo. I'm done, man. I'm tired. I'm done talking shit. I'm done talking shit. Winchime, you're funny ass. You're funny. Always talking shit in the comments. Winchime. Good night, son. Sugar Bum, you have no kids. You have no. Sugar Bum doesn't have a job. She doesn't own a business. She don't have a rich boyfriend to take care of her. She just out here surviving through YouTube, bro. Sugar bum. See, I don't want to go off the deep end because then y'all gonna say I'm hateful and I'm a bully. I don't want to go off. Yo, listen, this is what I'm gonna do. I just want to test something real quick. I'm gonna do this. I want to test something real quick. Y'all don't gotta hop on the panel. I just need somebody to hit that link to see if it worked. Somebody hit that link, please. MXC if you want, please. Or I just want to see if I'm while I'm on my cell phone. Does the link work? Will that link work? Okay, the link does work. It was good, right? Okay, the link does work.
Yo,
Yo,
what's good, home?
yo, Rick, you drop trucks, nigga?
Nah, nah, nah. I'm a automation technician. I don't fuck with trucks.
Okay. Yeah, you like
You can
that
hear me,
night?
right?
Yeah, you like that night shift shit, yo?
Yeah, nah, yeah, because this you get to work under minimal supervision, which I prefer. I don't like all the managers being on the floor and
Mm-hmm.
trying to tell you what to do and all that. So I prefer the third shift. Plus, you know what I mean. I got to take my daughter to school in the morning and all that. So the schedule, you know, it just fits my life better right now. You know what I mean?
So you want to do that forever?
Oh, nah, nah, nah. The plan is to retire in
Mm-hmm.
5 to 10 years. To be honest with you,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
that's the
Okay.
plan. You know what I mean? If
Okay.
everything works out how I wanted to, then I won't even be working in from 5 to 10 years. You know what
Now,
I mean?
now, do you generally like that work schedule, or
Okay.
you go well?
When it comes to the time slot, like no, I don't like it at all. But when it comes to, like I said, like certain things that it offers me, yeah, I like it.
Okay.
Like I
Okay.
said,
Yeah.
the minimal supervision is one pro.
Right.
You know, Another pro is that um, I get to do certain things during the day, and then you know what I mean, and then sleep a little bit, and then have to go to work at night. So it's
Okay.
like certain pro. I would say that
As
it's
perks.
like, yeah, it's like 60-40. Like 60% is pro, 40% con, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But then the crazy thing is when you live that lifestyle, your days off, you operate like a regular nigga.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah,
kind of,
yeah, yeah. That shit, yeah, that shit crazy, right? Like how you be like flip flopping like that,
yeah.
like
The
like
sleeping the sleeping part is the worst part to me. When it comes to health, like the third shift, it messes your whole health. Like health wise, it's not good at all. That's the only thing. That's like the biggest con about working third shift. It's like your physical health. You know what I mean? So that's like the main thing to me. But
yeah.
as
Remember that
far as
movie?
having,
Remember that movie on
yeah,
Kristen Bell with the machinist?
no, no, no. I heard of that movie. I never watched it though.
Yo, that's a classic.
The word? I got to check that
Yeah,
out then. I got to
yeah,
check it
yeah.
out.
That shit was like it was like dark movie, but yeah, it was a classic.
So yeah, you back in full effect with the YouTube stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying, dog. So right now I'm on my phone, but I'm
I
about
ain't
to
gonna
get my
lie. If you were to be consistent, you would be one of the coldest ones out here, man. The
yo,
best
yo, that's yo,
YouTubers
but
out here.
yeah, but that's why I'm about to be more consistent, bro. Like even if it's like an hour, right? Because look, I'm about to end it soon. But even if I could just be just an hour until I get my computer back, and then there'll be days where I do long. My shit'll be thorough because I'm gonna bring diversity here, and I'm speaking about a myriad of topics and things. Sugar Bum says fighters is slacker now. He's got mad shit going on, but I'll take that criticism. I'll take the criticism. I'm a slacker, but to this point, I'm about to go hard on this. And Trovelli says this is why Dominicans and Ricans both countries ain't shit because y'all don't know history and y'all believe the majority liberal Jew view of history. Oh my god. Oh my god, this
yo,
guy. Yo,
yo,
yo, yo,
intravenous, man.
I get it how people speak about the jewelry people, but
Yeah.
bro, you can only blame them for so much. Like at the end of the day, you're responsible for
True.
yourself because there's jewelry people who are broke. Most of them are broke.
Well,
Like it's
I don't know about most of them though.
oh
You know.
bruh. So you think every jewelry person out here balling?
Well, when you say broke, I mean I'm assuming you saying that they're poor, pretty much, right?
Well, struggling like everybody else. Like they they're not outside going to the club eating out every day with the family. Nah, like they penny
I would
pinching.
say
They live in
I would
check to
say that.
check. They live in check to check like everybody else.
I don't
Most,
know, man. The
most.
average J, the average J to me is living a pretty good life. Like ain't none of them living in the projects. Ain't none of them living in like straight up poor neighborhoods and or none of that, in my opinion.
That's a discussion we can have very soon. So hold on. But that's the thing because we're in America, where we see pilgrims, and
Yeah,
we automatically think, oh, they all white. Nah, some of them are J.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying if you, on average, I think they're living a better quality life because of their economic financial status
All right, now,
versus
now, now, now,
everyone else.
now, is it because of the way they deal with money, or is it because they just have superpowers? Which one is it?
No, definitely not the superpowers part. It's just
Okay,
that,
they know how to deal with money, right?
well, yeah, it's just like, in my opinion, it's just like every group has like a certain talent or skill that
Mm.
like, okay, no one has a problem with saying that blacks
Black
are
people are better at
superior,
basketball.
right?
Right,
You know,
right.
athletically, blacks are superior. Whether you're talking about FBAs or you're talking about
African or Jamaican or
African,
whatever,
yeah,
or the
Afro Caribbean or Afro,
the Dominicans with baseball, right?
right? Exactly. So if you look at the Olympics, last year's Olympics, almost everyone who won like a gold medal in anything was dark skin, was like of Afro descent, you could say.
Right.
Like they won overwhelmingly. So I mean that like everyone, no one is uncomfortable saying that. But then
Hmm.
when it comes to IQ, when it comes to financial, when it comes to anything else, it's like taboo. No one really wants to
They
touch
want
that
to talk about that.
subject.
Right.
Yeah, because of how controversial it is. But I
Hmm.
mean, there's some truth to every stereotype. There's some truth to every, every, every basically stereotype. There's some truth to it. I'm sorry, but it's reality. You know what I mean? Some of it is hard for people to swallow, pause. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. You know what I mean? Some of it that black people, black dudes have no problem when it comes to, okay, sexually, being well endowed and all that. Pause. Like that's a myth when it comes to black men, but when it comes to, they have no problem embracing that part. But when it comes to other things, they don't want to accept that. They want to. People tend to rebel against that type of stuff.
Okay, so it's like a double edged sword.
It is. It is. Even let's say, okay, let's take the microscope off of other people. Let's put it on Dominicans. There's a stereotype that all Dominican women are they willing to sell their bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Just to put it in a nice way.
Mm-hmm.
In a way, that stereotype is. I could see why people believe that. You know what I'm saying? It's like a harsh pill to swallow for
Mm-hmm.
us Dominicans, but it's kind of the truth though. You know what I mean? Not in general, not the majority, but when you go to DR, it's like a good portion like of a certain town that might be willing to do that, or prostitution is not really as frowned upon as it should be, in my opinion, when it comes to Dominicans. Like they kind of cool or open with it when it comes to that.
Yeah, but my
You know what I
issue
mean?
is right. My issue is like I can't fly. Let's say I'm a foreigner. I'm a foreigner
Yeah.
from Yugoslavia,
Okay.
and I got money, and I say, yo, you know what? I want to visit Dominican Republic. Sorry. I want to go. I love boxing. I'm from
Yeah.
Yugoslavia,
Okay.
and I want to go to Vegas to see one of these big fights, right? Because Vegas is huge for boxing fights. So
Yeah.
I go to Vegas. I go with like two of my buddies. We're all single, and then we're gonna go there to have fun, travel, learn the culture, American shit. But at the end of the day, we're young men. We like women, right? So we're gonna, we're gonna be flirting. We're gonna be looking at the girls, and
Right.
then when I notice that 90% of the women outside is selling pussy, my view or my mindset is gonna be, oh shit, I can't. I went to Vegas, and Vegas is a secluded area. Just to let you know,
Yeah.
like
It is.
once you
Yeah.
yo, once you leave Vegas, bro, that shit is just desert, right? For
Okay. I never
hours,
been there, but I heard. I heard.
it's just like this little secluded like Atlantis, like this little mecca.
Okay.
Right? Like yo, like you walking around in Vegas, yo, you won't be able to go to all the casinos and shit in one day. It's just too much walking. Like you need like a whole, probably like a whole week or two of just chilling in Vegas to go to all the restaurants and all the malls, and it's big. Like Vegas is big. So just imagine someone's first experience of the United States is Las Vegas, bro. That's a misinterpretation of the lifestyle of the United States. Like, that does not represent what America is like. If you go to Vegas, it's extraordinary.
Nah.
It's just
Yeah. I agree with that. I mean,
right.
maybe. Okay.
So then you 90% of the women out there, they selling pussy, and that doesn't happen in your regular other places in U.S. Most people, they're working, or they got their family, they got a boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance,
Yeah.
wife, whatever.
I mean,
That's
literally, it's concentrated when it comes to prostitution. Is generally concentrated in Sosua, which is like a small town. If you have a small town in a state, just compare that to a small town in whatever state you live in. Like, so I think it's an unfair assessment when it comes to Dominicans. But I guess
Mhm.
that was the wrong example when it comes to stereotypes. But pick any stereotype when it comes to Dominicans, and it might be kind of true though, except for that one. I mean, I don't. What stereotype when it comes to Dominicans could you think of?
Yeah, yeah. All
Like
right,
just
so all right, so bro, I have to be real though. Like the reason why prostitute, like the label of prostitution in DR holds the validity is because number one, the location, right?
okay,
It's the location, right? It got the weather. right? It's nice and warm and got beaches.
Right.
It's tropical, right?
Okay.
Then you got the culture, the music is vibrant. We can't front that black element makes us dope. Would you agree?
Wait. Hold on. What do you mean by that?
The black element, like so. Do Dominicans have a black element to them?
Of course, bro.
Okay,
What
all
kind of
right, right.
question is that? Yeah.
Okay, okay. So when it comes to like rhythm and like seasoning, and
All
you
right, I'm
got
gonna
the
give you an
sauce,
example.
right?
If
Go
you go
ahead.
to if you go to like a Dominican parade, right? You
Uh
go to
huh.
Dominican, whether it's in the Manhattan or the Bronx or whatever, wherever it is, Patterson, New Jersey, wherever
Yeah,
it is, you might see like a group of Ecuadorians or a group of Salvadorians or a group
mhm,
of different type of Hispanics like looking in
mhm.
on the parade, and they're like
Yeah,
they looking at it blown away, like what is
yeah,
this? Like
yeah,
so that element, I would say, the fact that they are looking at it that way is
yeah.
because there's an element that they're missing, which is like the black element, which is like the Afro
Right,
descendant element.
right.
Them seeing the women moving their waists a certain way and the dude,
Yeah,
the dances and the music, like the
yeah,
drums and
yeah,
all of that, like that, I would
yeah,
say that's the black
yeah,
element. So yeah, I agree with
yeah.
you.
So we got to so we got to admit that's that's a part of us that makes us dope and it separates us
Of
as
course,
Hispanics,
yes, I
right?
agree with that 100%. Yeah.
And you got to look at the women. They're curvy, you know,
Okay. Yeah.
curvy.
Yeah.
They not too light, not too dark. You know what I'm saying. The men are macho and masculine. You know what I'm saying? Like so that's the well you could attribute that you could say the physicality from the African. So then the mindset you could say is that European? I don't know. I don't know where that would come from. Is that maybe from the Catholicism? But there is a structure there.
Yeah. Okay.
But then when you're speaking to me and you're telling me that there's this city that
Mhm.
promotes this lifestyle, right? The red light district.
But hold up. See, we missing
But
something here,
no,
though.
no, no,
Listen. Hold on. Let me
so,
just bring some. Can I
wait.
bring
I got
something up, bro?
wait.
Okay.
Before I
Go ahead.
forget,
Go ahead.
before I forget, I gotta say this.
Okay.
Like I said, the reason why the stereotype holds up is because of the location, right? So remember, is the temperature, the climate,
Okay.
the food natural.
Okay.
Then you got the fact that it's cheap for the
Okay.
flight. It's very convenient, close to the America.
Okay. You might be
Okay.
missing one thing though, but I'll
And
let you
then,
go ahead.
and then you got the fact that the people are in poverty and the women are good looking.
Okay. I'll give you all of that. But
Okay,
guess
hold on,
what?
hold on. We got somebody, Rex. Before you go, Rex, what's going on, Rex?
Yo, what's up?
All right. So I want to let my guy Rick continue. Then Rex, I'm gonna let you speak.
I'm
Go
I'm
ahead,
I'm
Rex.
I'm I'm gonna tell you one thing, which is a huge beef that I've been had with that I've been had with my Dominican brothers, is that I've seen it with my own eyes. Dominicans promote prostitution over there. Like I seen dudes like at a job place, at a workplace, other people, whether they're from another culture, black, white, Hispanic, like another type of Hispanic, and they'll be like,
Yeah,
"Oh, yo, I heard DR, you could get a chick for $5 for the whole day, and blah blah blah."
yeah,
And the
yeah,
Dominican dude would be like, "Yo, hell yeah, go over there and get that. Yeah, yo, that
yeah,
shit
yeah,
ain't no lie." You know what I'm saying?
but
Hold
why?
on, hold on.
Uh-huh.
So why you as a Dominican dude? Why would you promote that? Why would you hype it up to another person that's not a part of your culture? And of course, if you hype it up and you give it more promotion, other cultures are gonna go over there and take advantage of that. If you telling them that you could rent a bitch out for $5 a whole day and have her cook for you and and smash you and all that. Of course, any dude is gonna take advantage of that.
Yeah.
So Dominicans dudes are the number one reason why I would say that that's a problem in DR right now because
So
they
so
promote it
yeah.
themselves.
So Ray, let me ask you a question.
Yeah,
On YouTube, on TikTok, on Twitter, when you
yeah.
see niggas talking about this, is it Dominicans mostly talking about it?
Nah, I would say.
Yeah. Who? Go ahead.
I mean, come on. Let's keep it a stack. We all know what the major. We all know what the
Yeah,
major
yeah, yeah, yeah,
demographic is. Like,
yeah,
is
yeah,
is
yeah.
Black American, aka passport bros. Yeah, of
Passport
course.
bros.
But
Okay, okay. So, so,
okay,
so,
but
so,
but hold up. You you
hold
you
on.
you
Wait, wait,
lived.
wait, wait,
Hold
wait,
up.
wait.
You lived in New York before, though, right? You lived in New York before, right?
Of course.
Okay, so you can't tell me that you never seen a Dominican dude talk to a black dude and tell him how you could get a chick over there for $5 or ten
Yeah,
dollars
yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever.
But this is my thing, Rick. Right?
Okay.
Rick. This is my thing, and then I want to let my guy who just came up speak. My
Okay.
thing is, why do niggas want to brag about smashing a chick for the low like that?
You know
Like,
what
why?
it is if you have it's just like a chick. You could smash a chick and you make her come 1,000 times for 2 or 3 years straight. And the minute that you decide to leave her or you cheat on her with another chick, she gonna bring up the fact that you never made her come, you got a small joint, all of that. Even though you know that she lying, she's just bringing that up to hurt you, to get at you. So
Uh-huh.
that's what people do. People use that because they're like, oh, I know where I could get Dominicans at with the prostitution thing. I know I'm gonna get them.
Mm,
I'm gonna hit them where it hurts. I'm gonna hit them with the low blow. I'm gonna hit
mm.
them below the belt,
Oh,
and I
okay, guys. You
and I
okay?
know.
I see.
And I seen the reaction from them, and their main reaction comes from the prostitution thing. So I'm gonna keep hitting
Mm,
on that. That's what
yeah, but
that's all
bro,
about.
yeah, bro, but that's like, isn't that like low hanging fruit? Like you,
No, it is low hanging fruit. I just feel like us as Dominicans need to learn how to kind of tai chi that shit a little bit better, like kind of defend ourselves against that shit a little bit better. Because I think for the most part, when on at least in the internet world, in the YouTube world, I've seen Dominicans get defeated by that shit easily. Like they like
oh yeah,
when FBAs bring that shit up, it's like Dominicans just shut down when they bring like it's a wrap.
yo, yeah, yeah. I'm a bro. I'm a cook. Yeah, like Havain said, bragging about prostitution is crazy work. It's nasty. All right, yo, mute up, Rick, real cool, please, because I got my guest up here. I want him to let us speak. Yo, go ahead, bro. So, my guest. I
Yeah,
don't
can
know
you
his
actually
name.
can you give me like 2 minutes real quick? Cause I
All
gotta
right.
just yeah.
Wait, what's your name, dog? What's your name
You can
again?
just call me Rex.
Rex. Oh yeah, Rex. Okay. Rex. All right. So, man, listen, yo. Today, really the topic was Henry Christophe. Um, Make sure y'all support the channel. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. Follow my Instagram. Follow Complex 7. Um, and Henry Christophe was a king, a monarch. And where did he get the structure for Haiti? It was, he was from Grenada, an Anglo Caribbean island. And the monarchs and all that royalty that comes from England and London. So he carried that on into Haiti. He was the lieutenant or the general of the army under Dessalines, and he carried off the tradition. So I don't know if you want to call him a colonizer because he was definitely trying to colonize DR. I don't know if you would I don't know if people want to face the fact that anyone has the tendency or the capability to be evil. People don't want to hear that. especially if it's their group, tribalism and all that. You want to defend your group. You don't want to hear the cold, harsh facts, right? So that's pretty much what the live was about because today is the anniversary of his death, October 8th, and he was born on October 6th, which is wicked. And you know what's funny about that? I was born October 7th in between. Henry Christophe, on Facebook, the uh, I reposted the post, right? I shared the post, and there's this Haitian girl. She was offended because I said "rest in P." But why wouldn't I say that when he deleted a bunch of Dominicans? He was in charge of that. In 1805, the siege of Santo Domingo, they were on some colonizing shit, expanding, exploring land that they wanted to conquer. I'm not necessarily pointing a finger at Henry Christophe because that's human nature. Every organism wants to expand and grow and multiply. So, from a more objective lens, I'm not mad at it, but you also can't say in the same light or voice Haitians are victims of Dominicans. Like, no, you can't do that. I want to dispel that narrative, and this is why I did this live. Shout out to the 50 people in the building, the like button. Um, and like I said before, my lives will be more interactive and more entertaining if I have my computer working at the time, but it's getting repaired, so I should have it by tomorrow or Friday. So, you gotta stay tuned. If not, if this African nigga don't fix my computer, yeah, I'm buying a new one. AYAP, you heard? But I'll make sure that I'll come on live and do a live for at least an hour, hour and a half. Just that consistency, it pays off. Keeps people coming back. Yo, Rex, do you want to speak or not? I'm just gonna log out and you could come another time if you subscribe. It's perfect.
I mean, the topic I wanted to discuss, I don't know how long it's gonna be.
No, 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 no. You could go ahead, cook. We want to take it wherever it go. Let's go.
Yeah, I just about the sentiment about Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico being part of Spain. I think that would be like the best
Ooh.
outcome for the
Oh,
future.
oh, okay,
To
okay,
like,
okay. Oh,
Oh, so
let's
this
talk.
is this is Intravelli basically then.
yeah, yeah. I don't know why it
Okay.
popped up
Oh,
as that. So no.
oh, Intravelli. This nigga he a Puerto Rican nigga.
Yeah, I'm Puerto Rican. Yeah.
I know it,
Nice.
son. I know it, son. Yo, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Yo, realistic.
I got Dominican cousins though too. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not. No, I'm not hating. Dominicans and Puerto Ricans are cousins. So
yeah, 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 for sure.
yeah, it's culture is very similar, right? So I mean, we can't deny that. You know what I'm saying it's very similar. Um, so
Even
Rex,
though they don't defend us at all, though.
Nah,
I just gotta put that out there. Like the Puerto
but you
Ricans,
gotta,
bro.
but you gotta
Hold
understand.
on. Like when I've been to different spaces. When it comes to Puerto Ricans, Dominicans is quick to jump out there and defend y'all. But
Mhm.
when it comes to people bashing Dominicans, Puerto Ricans never jump out and defend Dominicans. In my opinion, in the spaces that I've been in,
Yeah,
Dominicans,
yeah,
Puerto Ricans will let Dominicans sink and drown, but Dominicans will be quick to defend Puerto Ricans though, and that's just my opinion. But go ahead, rock out. Go ahead. I'm gonna mute up.
yeah. I get what you mean, but the thing is with like Dominicans and Puerto Ricans, like we have a lot more in common than we disagree. It's kind of more like of a family feud. Like we won't let other people talk about them, but we'll talk about them. It's kind of like you can't diss my brother, only I could diss my brother type of thing. You know, I mean that's kind of really been my experience. Like I always been around Dominicans and yeah, Haitians and Jamaicans, and I kind of see like the Caribbean. I mean, it should be like hypothetically. I wish it could be one, but you know, that's it's not probably probable. So.
Okay, Rex. So Rex, where are you from? As I get super, what's shaking? So where you from, Rex? You from America, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah,
Okay, what part?
I'm from CT.
What part of CT, nigga? Wait. How did you find me? Did you find me through Facebook or YouTube?
Yeah, we're friends. We're friends on Facebook.
Oh, word. Say no more. Okay, so you from like Bridgeport?
Yeah, I'm from the port. Yeah.
All right, say no more. All right, so yo, you know what I noticed about Puerto Rico, like sorry, Dominicans. Like now, Dominicans have really been coming to Connecticut because I left New York when I was young and I moved to CT. And once I moved to CT, I was like, it wasn't Dominicans were really popular like that out there. We were like
Yeah,
the
Dominican started coming
newcomers.
2013, like around that time.
Right.
Yeah.
So I never felt and I don't even have family out here like that. All my family in New York. So I always felt like an outsider, like, oh, I'm Dominican, like I'm like an alien. But now it's just way too many Dominicans because they go to New York, and then a lot of Dominicans don't like New York because it's just too fast paced. A lot of these people come from rural areas, so they go to PA, Jersey, Connecticut, Mass. So, and Connecticut is literally what 45 minutes, 30 minutes, depending where you at, 20 minutes from the Bronx. So naturally, people are gonna come to CT just like the same way Rhode Island and Connecticut is full of Puerto Ricans.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Yeah,
so
like when I was in Florida, there was like there's no Puerto Ricans. Like actually, there's probably more Dominicans than Puerto Ricans in Florida.
nah, you think? Nah, I don't think.
At
I,
least
I
where I
mean,
Wait, you
was at.
said what? You said what? What's more? You said it's more Puerto Ricans than Dominican.
No, I said where I was in Florida, there was more Dominicans than Puerto Ricans. Every Spanish person I met down there was either Cuban or Dominican.
Oh
yeah.
wow.
It must
Okay.
have been the area. Were you like in like Fort Lauderdale,
I was in South Florida. I was in Naples.
Naples? Damn, I don't know. I've heard of Naples. I just don't know how close that is to like
It's like all right, you
Miami.
know where Miami's at on the right south part
Y-
of Florida. I'm literally on the
Yeah,
opposite side.
or like the left, like the
Yeah, the
Everglades
left
type
part.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, yo, I visited the Everglades. Yo, that shit is beautiful.
yeah, it's dangerous too,
Yeah, it is dangerous. You got all
but it's
type of
nice.
birds, a million type of birds and alligators, and yo, Florida is a beautiful state. I'm not gonna lie though, man.
I think Florida is the closest thing to like the Caribbean, bro.
The
Like
Caribbean,
that America
yo.
has.
I mean, to be real, South Miami is in the Caribbean when you think about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
literally
yeah. If Guyana could be part of the Caribbean, then yeah, that's kind
that
of
yo, Florida's Caribbean, bro. When you go out there, bro, is all Hispanics. You got Jamaicans, Haitians, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans. Like it's
yeah,
just
yeah. I
Cubans.
know my
That's
sister lives in Port Charlotte, so that's like the west side of Florida.
west side of Florida. Okay. Yo, yeah, man. Yo, Florida is gorgeous, man. I remember when I was going to the Everglades, my brother was gonna take me over there. I saw there was like this green. There was like these like I don't even know what you call it. It was just like this land off the highway, and these people had horses. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? These niggas got money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you got these big ass front lawns and you got a horse just riding back and forth. I'm like, yeah, these motherfuckers got money, man. Florida's gorgeous, bro.
Not
Florida's
Florida,
gorgeous,
different.
bro.
But
But
like
but yeah,
I want to
so
tell you how
yeah,
I
so
got to this. Huh? Wait, you want to say something?
you want to you want to tell me how you
Yeah,
got to this? What? Go ahead.
yeah. I was basically gonna say how I got to this like this proposition of hate of DR Puerto Rico should be part of Spain, right? Because
Okay.
I don't know if you know, but Puerto Rico has like this thing where they're constantly voting whether or not they should be part of Puerto Rico or should be independent.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, the island is divided
Yeah, I
with
heard
that.
of that.
Yeah, people are divided on that.
Hmm. Yeah.
Hmm. Go ahead. Go ahead, Rex.
Yep.
Yo, Rex. Damn.
Out of any country in the world, Puerto Rico is like one of the
Oh,
only
hold on,
countries in the
hold on.
world that most
If
of the
you,
Well, yeah,
native
yeah.
people
hey,
We
show
couldn't
up
hear
there.
you. We couldn't hear you, bro. We couldn't hear you. So repeat everything you said.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
what was the last thing here?
No, the last thing you said was, "Oh, do you know that the island is divided on
No, no,
being
no.
independent?"
Okay, about the voting. Do you hear that right?
Yeah, yeah. About the voting. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Okay. Okay, so they vote every year, even though the vote doesn't like necessarily matter. Like it's not like an actual vote, but they do this vote like every year, right? But I ran through like all the scenarios, like what would be best for Puerto Rico, and the way Puerto Rico is today, like how like it's like stagnant. It's not really progressing, and if anything, it's kind of getting worse. Like it's basically like a two-tier system of people where it's like there is no middle class. It's either like you're rich or you're poor, kind of like in Puerto Rico. That's kind of how it is like in Puerto Rico right now, right?
Okay.
And so basically, right, if Puerto Rico was to become a state, um, automatically, like whether you're Republican or you're Democrat, it's gonna tip the scale politically, like because Puerto Rico is more left leaning, so it's gonna gravitate more towards the left. So basically, America is gonna become more of a liberalistic left leaning country, right? Where it's like now it's kind of like 50-50 right now, right? So that's like one thing that I don't think is like I don't think that's good for America moving like further. And then if it stays independent, then it's gonna really be on its own. And it's gonna be prone to like other countries trying to infiltrate it, drug smuggling, and etc. Right.
Yeah, yeah. So
So
that's that. You.
mm,
All I want to say real quick. I don't want to cut your knowledge, but like when you're in that unique space where you're not completely independent and you're not completely controlled, you're always in that tug of war. Like, what are we gonna just remain a territory for the rest of our existence? Like,
forever, right?
yeah, right. So I think that dynamic is interesting, and it will cause a lot of turmoil. But yeah, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
But yeah, like and the independence route, I mean it's the more charming. It looks more like pleasing to the eye, but like a country like Puerto Rico becoming independent, um like it will make it prone to like other like smuggling cartels and stuff like that, and like corruption and stuff like that, which is like something that I kind of really worry about within
Yeah,
Puerto Rico.
yeah, yeah, and that
So
and
Definitely.
that happens in DR already.
yeah, and it happens at DR as
Yeah.
well. But
Facts.
that's why I'm saying like if we're a part of Spain, we're held to a certain standard where even if like certain people are corrupt, there's repercussions to that. Like as of now, like if they're independent, like it's corrupt and it doesn't really matter. Like they don't have no one to answer to. You get what I'm saying? And like for instance, like when Spain was I mean when Puerto Rico was part of Spain, uh Spain actually gave Puerto Rico autonomy. Like it gave them sovereignty, and like they basically had a vote system. Like they could vote on stuff that happens in Spain. It was kind of looked at as kind of like today the Canary Islands, which is like it's not in the mainland Spain, but it's still part of
Yeah,
Spain.
it's an extension. It's like Cape Verde, damn near.
Exactly, like Cape
Yeah.
Verde, yeah, that's another one. Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
So so that's basically how I'm saying today. So like so Dominicans and Puerto Ricans, we would be able to sustain our culture, our Spanish identity, because we love speaking Spanish and we're not ever gonna stop speaking Spanish. This is like that's a fact, right? And we love our music, our culture, our food, and like us being part of Spain will never change that. But like if America does, make Puerto Rico a state, it does change like it's gonna change what Puerto Rico essentially is like, and if it's and it would be the same thing if DR became a state of America hypothetically, like it's gonna change just like Hawaii. Like Hawaii had their own They had their own everything. They had their own language, culture, identity, and today that's just like forgotten, right? They're just basically like normal Americans and stuff. So
Word.
so I'm saying for like the long term, for us to preserve our culture and our identity, I think it will be better for us to be with Spain because, like, if you think about this too, right? The thing is with Dominicans and Puerto Ricans, it's not that we're dumb people or nothing like that. It's just that there isn't like no opportunity like at all, right? The best thing you could do is probably like move to America, go to college and stuff like that, right? That's generally what people do, and this is why in Puerto Rico today, out of any other country in the world, Puerto Rico is the only country that most of the native people don't even live on the land. Like so, basically, there's 6 million Puerto Ricans that live in America, and there's only 3 million that live in Puerto Rico,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
DR don't have that problem though. DR they have about like 6 to 7 that live in DR, and then it's not like that. They don't have that problem. But that's my point. So like if we were to be part of Spain, right? At first it sounds kind of crazy, but when you really think about it, it gives Dominicans and Puerto Ricans opportunity within the European Union. Like you could literally work Germany, England, Portugal, Spain, anywhere in Europe. You could get jobs there. You could go to school there for free. You get free health insurance. And let's be honest, a lot of Puerto Ricans today and Dominicans, that's really what we want. We want our kids to go to school and be educated, and we want to make sure that our grandparents are going to be taken care of, right? So,
Mm.
like, and trust me, I thought about this a lot, right? I mean, my ideal, if I had if I had a genie and I could just make a wish or whatever, I would say I want the whole Caribbean just to be one big country, right? Like that, I think that would be the best thing if we could do that. Which is,
yeah,
obviously it's never happened because we're too distinct. But like actually speaking pragmatically, moving forward for the future, yeah, I would say like Puerto Rico and DR, like those two countries that they definitely identify as
yeah.
being like
But they
Spanish.
that was at one time that was a thing. It was called Lattes. It was called. You could look this up. At one time, there was a union, the Caribbean Union. It was Cuba, Dominican Republic, and Puerto Rico. So back then, we shared the flag. Puerto Rican's flag was looked like the Dominican flag.
Right, that's true. Yeah, yeah. What
Yeah, you're right.
Dia de Gladio. Yeah, it's from a town in Spain
Uh,
that we got our flag basically off of DR and
Yeah,
Cuba. Yeah.
yeah. So at one time, there was a unity between those three because we do share common history, and that's why we speak our Spanish is very similar, right? So at one time we were united, and there is a lot of, even in DR, there's early politicians, vice versa, in Puerto Rico, that were of Dominican and Puerto Rican descent. You have to remember, the only thing separating DR and Puerto Rico is a channel. Is a channel of water. A boat
Right, and
ride.
right, and
Yeah,
that's my point because originally we were one, right? Like when we were underneath Spain, we were one. It wasn't we were just one nation, and not and even when we were Tainos, we were one too. We all spoke the same language, like we all spoke Arawak. That was their native language. So I don't know why that would change now. I don't really see I see Dominicans as my brothers today, right? I see Cubans as my brothers. I see them as the like out of any culture, they're way more closer to us than anything else, right? Than like Mexicans and Colombians and stuff like that. Like a Cuban and Dominican, we have like a lot in common, bro. Like,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Yeah.
so okay, yeah, but the thing is, when it comes to I thought I was on this thing. I think it was Omigli or Omegle, whatever. Omig was that Omigli? Is that video chat where you could speak to random people online? Omigli, some shit like that, right? It's like kind of like the monkey app where you could speak to random people all over the world. So, and I would speak sometimes to kids from Spain, and they love, and I'm pretty sure 7 years ago, 6 years ago, Puerto Rican reggaeton music was the most influential, right? But now it's the Dominican music that they love Dominican culture, like the slang and the music and the food and all that, the just the vernacular. And I'm like, yo, that's interesting how we're all the way here in the Caribbean. We're considered the bastardized countries or people, but the youth looks for us for the culture, for the quote unquote coolness.
I
So
mean,
I mean, I feel like the
to keep it
language,
real, I mean,
the
between
the
Puerto
lang-
Rico and
go ahead.
DR, it's kind of always been like that though. Like they kind of always ran shit when it comes to
Yeah.
trends and youth. I would say
Yeah.
Puerto Rico and DR. But go ahead, my bad. Go ahead.
No, 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 no. And I feel like, yeah, no, that's true. There's a, but I know like you have to remember when it became to like when the internet was coming out, like pre even like pre and yeah, I want to say like when the internet was coming out, Puerto Rico was running shit for a long time.
Yeah,
Daddy Yankee was killing it. Don Omar was killing it. And I think
true.
once that era died down, closer to like the 2010s, DR started coming up.
Right.
And,
I
that's when
agree.
you had Monkey Black, when you had these urban artists going to Spain and shit.
Yeah.
I think that's when DR started coming up, and now like they really paying attention. Those kids in Spain is paying attention to Caribbean Hispanic culture. But remember the number one thing that unites us is the language that we can speak and they understand what we're saying to a certain extent. So
But yeah, you
yeah,
know
I
why
mean,
they're so interested? Because they see them in us. That's what I'm saying. Like they see, like, damn, like, look what they're doing with the culture and the language that we have. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're probably thinking in their heads like why we're not like that. You know what I'm saying? Because like Caribbeans, like we're just different. Like being a Dominican, being a Puerto Rican, it's a real like you're a real distinct type of human. You're literally three in one. All right. You're the African, you're the Taino, and you're the Spanish mixed in one. And like
Right.
all in its prime. Like there's no other race in the world that's like that.
yeah, yeah, that's what makes it. That is what makes it interesting. Yeah, and the more I hang around Puerto Ricans, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Growing up, I did not get along with Puerto Ricans, but then my boxing coach, the man who taught me how to fight, he's like my father figure. He's Puerto Rican. This Saturday, my boy, he's fighting at Foxwoods. Um, Puerto Rican. Both of my boys Puerto Rican, so I'm gonna be there. And then eventually, I grew up around them, and then we started getting along, and then I started to notice dating Puerto Rican women and everything. The food is like
Yeah.
very similar. So I'm like, oh man,
Yeah, not for real.
we are like cousins. So I mean, you can say what y'all want, but it's like a carbon copy. Um,
Yeah, and if you think about it, it wasn't really us that ever chose to have like this radical distinction between a Dominican and a Puerto Rican, but it was rather the result of, after the Spanish Empire had fell, America, like separating basically all of the Caribbean. Like they separated. They originally tried to get Cuba. Once they couldn't get Cuba, they tried to get DR. They couldn't get DR, and they settled for Puerto Rico. Like that's literally how it happened.
Mm.
yeah, man, I did a whole live like was that like like 3 to 4 years ago. I did a whole live on Lattice and everything, and how um they were fighting from all the way up from New York, Puerto Ricans. They were just they were on the island rebelling because there were those who wanted to stay independent,
Yeah,
and then
and
uh,
yeah, and actually, there was people that actually wanted to go back with Spain when we were first independent. But that's what I'm saying. Puerto Rico never even got the choice to really pick if it wanted to be
yeah, yeah,
independent or
yeah.
anything.
Think about it. It was so many people divided. There's people that
No.
they wanted to be part of America. There were Puerto Ricans that wanted to be independent, and the other side they wanted to be part of Spain. So
Yeah.
it's like it's just a tug of war, right? It's a tug of war. Reese Anderson, my Jamaican guy, Tether Gang. He says if the Spanish ain't whooped the Brits ass, Jamaicans would still be speaking Spanish. Yeah, you got places
Yeah, that's
like
true.
like Ocho Rios,
Yeah.
right? You got
Cheerios. Bumba clot, you don't know about your blood
this
clot.
nigga, this
Yeah,
nigga.
go ahead.
Ocho Rios and this or Spanish Town. Like got places like that. Yeah, so the Portuguese, the Spaniards, and the Brits, they wasn't playing, man. They wanted to conquer shit, boy. They mastered navigation and they went all out.
But I think it was a divide and conquer tactic. Is really what they did. Like, 'cause if you think about it, right, it's the winner of the war that gets to write the history, right? So like when Puerto Ricans are coming up, or even any like Hispanic coming up, and they're learning about history, yeah, like 9 out of 10 times they're learning from like an American a lens, right? And
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, this is conspiratorial, but I do kind of think that like Hispanics are brought up in a way that we're not supposed to recognize our Spanish identity, because if we did, we would unify as one, and that would like think about if all the Spanish countries today were all to just become one, like that would be crazy. Like that would we would top like we would be able to
Oh
do
man,
anything. You know what I'm saying?
that would be
So
wild. I ain't gonna lie, that would be crazy.
I low key think that like this is why America pushes just like multiculturalism and stuff like that. Like every voice matters and stuff like that. And like it's all part
I
of
mean, you make a good point with the Spanish thing because even when it comes to the Moors, the Spanish Hispanics are more closely related to Moors than like Black Americans are, for example. Like FBAs talk a lot about Moors, but Hispanics don't embrace like the Moorish ancestry thing. But we're more closely related to that than anyone else.
yeah. I mean, yeah. There's parts of to this day. There's parts of Morocco that literally speak Spanish. Like there's cities and
Right.
towns that speak Spanish and stuff. Yeah.
Right.
But
right.
yeah, I mean, low key, like Spain was supposed to have that whole northern territory of Africa, but yeah, it didn't work out. I guess they chose like South America instead. So.
Yeah, man. Yeah, history. That's why I love history. That's why I love shit, man. Yo, there's over 4,000 words in the Spanish language that are influenced by Islam, by Arab, seen by
Fact.
Arabic language. I mean, there's a
Yeah,
bunch of
thirty
words.
percent of 30%. It used to be more, but when I think it's like King Ferdinand the Third, I forgot which one, but yeah, they basically they took out like a lot of Arabic from the Spanish language, but they left like 30% of Spanish to this day. Yeah, is does have Arabic in it.
Yeah, because remember when they went when the Moors went to when the Moors went to Spain, man. When they when they did what they did over there, they took Islam. When you even look at the architecture.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, so
That's why you see certain parts of like Morocco and Spain. They'll have like a similar type of like architect. Uh,
yep,
but
yep.
like when you
Fact.
go to Spain though, like the history is really written on the walls though. Like you'll see the Spanish and Moors like paintings of them like even within like the buildings of itself like carved in.
Have you been? You been to Spain?
Nah, I wish, but I
Nah,
just
Okay.
I watched
yeah,
like tour videos and stuff like that. But
yeah, he probably seen it online. I'm saying, but
I just like
yeah,
history.
yeah,
No,
I
no.
love
I was just curious. I was just curious because I
yeah,
want to
nah,
go eventually.
nah,
Yeah.
nah,
yeah.
because
They
like
Spain is like like out of Europe, Spain is like the what you gonna call like it's like the magisterial
epicenter.
of like yeah like when it comes down to like history when it comes to like kings and queens and stuff like that like Spain is like where it's at, bro. Like
Yeah, man, they got the architecture is great. Like you got then you got like little touristic areas like Ibiza that I've heard about, and just think about it. The clash of cultures there. Um, yeah, man, it's
Yeah,
very
man. This
interesting.
is
Yeah,
this is why like the Portuguese they were low key haters. Like they like they would like sign deals with the British and stuff like that because like the Spanish like identity was just like so overwhelming that when we became one nation because there was a point where Spain and Portugal became one nation. Um, like the reason why Portugal like wanted to do their own thing is because they feared that their Portuguese identity was just gonna like cease to exist because how strong the Spanish identity was.
Mm.
But
Is that
yeah,
that's why they consider it like the Iberian Peninsula, right? That's like
yeah,
Spain and
yeah,
Portugal.
yeah,
exactly. Yeah. It was.
yeah,
Yeah.
man.
It's always been a Latin continent. Though. It's always been Latin.
Yeah, yeah, it's literally next to each other. So it's just literally next to each other. So that's why even when I speak to there was this Oxpiera I was speaking to, Brazilian girl, and she would speak to me, and I could understand her for real. But I felt like she could understand me better than what I could understand her.
Oh,
But yeah, but we were still able to communicate.
você fala um pouco português?
Yeah, see, like right there, like I, I kind of understand what you said. You said something about like, can I speak Portuguese? Do I understand this? Something like that. Can I
Yeah,
communicate? Like I
yeah.
get what you said. Yeah, I
I,
get
I
what you
I
said.
I I only said that because I'm trying to learn some Portuguese. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, not
I'm in the
so.
middle of learning Portuguese. Yeah.
Yeah, and then when you go back like to Italian, like
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah, yo, yo, what you think them
Italian is fire.
Italians? Why you think they could hire all the Mexicans to work in the restaurants? Because they could
Yeah, they
speak.
barely
Speak Spanish.
understand them. And the thing
Right.
is too, a lot of them, a lot of like, especially like in New York, like in New England, right? They're really Sicilians, because I don't know if you know, Spain owned like Spain literally owned half of Italy at one point. Like that whole southern region, like
No,
was
I didn't
Spain
know
at one
that.
point. Yeah, yeah. So
That's
that's
interesting.
like this
Okay.
is why like Southern Italian, like they have a different like they literally speak Spanish. Like it's a mixture of basically it's a mixture of Italian, French, and Spanish and a little bit of
Wow,
Arabic,
Mm.
low key.
that's
But
interesting.
yeah, like that's why they literally can understand like some like when I speak because I got Italian like friends like online or whatever. When I speak Spanish, like they understand what I'm saying. Like, and I kind of understand what they're saying sometimes too. But
Mm,
the northern Italian is mixed with it's just like Italian and French really. Like it's just mixed like with that.
interesting.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, it should be. Yeah, them Europeans over
that's
there,
why
they,
they
they
beef.
got yeah, yeah, they got their own, they got their own beef out there. The Romans and all that. And they got a lot of history out there. But listen, man,
I don't know,
yo,
my man made a good case, man. We might need to join Spain.
not
We might,
yo,
you
hold on,
know.
hold on, hold on. We're gonna have to hold on, bro. Inbox me, inbox me on Facebook, bro, so I know who you are.
I messaged you already.
Will you message me? All right. Say no
Yeah,
more. We're gonna collab. That way you could bring more people through and whatever, bro. We can have these conversations. But man, I almost been here 2 hours. I gotta wake up early, go to work. But hey, this was a good convo. Yeah, I can't wait until I get my computer back where I could really, play my music, do my visuals, my effects and all that. But yeah, bro, Rex, this is the type of conversation. We have these type of conversations. Sometimes we talk about dating. Sometimes we talk about political, economic, fitness. We try to change it up to keep it entertaining, but we do want to. We want it to be mentally stimulating, right?
yeah, for sure.
So that's how we want to keep it. So, but hey, bro, hey, thank you for your contribution. Shout out to my guy Reek. Shout out to the Reese, my Jamaican guy. He says, he's speaking pretty much brushing on how the Spanish were up in uh Jamaica doing their thing, but the British kicked them off. Okay, Azures, shout out to Azures. He's a Sardinia. Yo, listen, man, all this stuff you guys, all these little info. Little facts you guys drop, I take note of it, mental note, and then I reserve it for a future live. But shout out to y'all guys coming through. Hey, it's late. I'm ending it. I'm about to go to sleep. You know, we'll be back here maybe tomorrow for like a little hour or two.
For
So
sure, man.
peace.
God
All
bless you, man.
right,
Everybody
yeah.
take
Thanks,
care.
bro. I say no doubt, bro. Good night. All right, peace, rate, yo. I'm gonna told you, bro.
Yo, fella, salute. Good talk, man.
Yeah,
For
say
sure,
no
man.
more. Say no more. All right, man. You know how we do over here, man. When the live is getting closed down, I play a little music. Yeah, yo, Henry Christophe, rest in peace, nigga. Yeah, you was a legend to Haitians, but you was a terrorist to Dominicans, right? So you always have to remember, yo, you might be a hero in someone's eyes, but then you're like a monster in someone else's book. That's how we go in life. Listen, I might be the greatest boyfriend to one girl, and I might be the worst to another. Hey, this is how the cookie crumble. But all right, we about to be out of here. Shout out to Cocolos. Subscribe, hit the like button. I'm super tired. Peace, man. Good night.